This deficit starting with 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. They tried to air it out, but just couldn't hook up. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It is caught left side. Now he's past the 25. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals capitalize on that.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes.
And a dangerous throw there. Incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On the counter, Gore. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
88 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And they will take a knee here. Second and 11 now. Here's Gore now, running out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run for the first time with their...
It's the venue that's had plenty of success, come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Welcome, everybody, to the booth. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward for this game. And Brock, as a former quarterback, I know your focus is on the offensive side of the ball ahead of this kickoff.
Yeah, these two offenses are so fun to watch because the best offenses in this league, Kate, they're about trust. And it just pops out. When you study them during the week on the game film, you just see it. They trust one another. That's head coach, that's coordinator, that's play caller, that's to the quarterback, and then certainly the 11 on the field. Both these groups are getting it done.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Going back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll get to see a pair of teams who fought multiple times in the Super Bowl. It's the Niners and the Bengals, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and this is Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsey. Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go here in Cincinnati. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. And really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
Here's first and 10.
Let's get set.
Burrow gonna open by putting it up. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Second down, Burrow. Open man, downfield, Chase has it. A pickup there of 25 yards. And the Bengals going to have a first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll be second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On first down, Burrow. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Charvarius Ward able to get the hand in there and make the play. And that one not going to get there, and it's wide to the left as well. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
And this is tough here on the opening drive because sometimes when you miss one early, we've seen head coaches change how they approach fourth down situations. Is he going to get as many chances here? We're going to find out throughout the rest of the game.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll throw to begin with Purdy. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. From the gun, it's Purdy. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll be third down. Purdy has his man. It's Samuel. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down. I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
They'll throw again with Purdy. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. So on fourth down, the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, out to punt. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Bengals offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
On one, ready?
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. Now it's going to be 3rd down. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
The Niners offense ready for their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt first time they had it, but they'll try again in this scoreless game. It's 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. Purdy now on 2nd down. That's taken in by Jennings. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
This throw left side, caught by Kittle.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow 2nd reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with a sack.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now, and he is hoping to improve on his 1st attempt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. And And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
And now, after that opening touchdown, the offense is going to stay out and go for two. Now, Burrow. That is caught. They get the two-point conversion. What a start to this one. An 8-0 edge.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Now a return coming from the 14. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So after one, it's the Bengals on top. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And Listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
To throw on first down is Purdy. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
3rd and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. I fumbled the football. The Bengals have got it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. First and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. He's got the hookup to Mike Gesicki. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Taking off.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush. And that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
Gun.
Burrow here on 2nd down. And he will power his way into the end zone. Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores. as they begin this drive with first down. So Kittle comes in motion. Throwing on first down. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. Now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
Third and long. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt it away for San Francisco. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. That is hot! And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And after that explosive play, they have a chance to extend their lead even more, and they have had their way. The defense has had no answers for anything they've done in the passing game, and they don't find out a way to slow them down. It could be in for a long game.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. To throw is Burrow. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. They try again. It's second and 10.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have first and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Cincinnati. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bengals add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. So Kittle comes in motion. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment. Here's 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. A throw on the run is complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. He'll try to run for it. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either the ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
Here's the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll air one out for Higgins. He's got it! And he will take this one in. 87 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals are going to extend their lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Samuel going to see what he can do. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Niners offense going to take over just before the half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. On second down, Purdy. That's complete to Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So, halftime here in Cincinnati, and the Bengals are on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B. Their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag if it's not already.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Niners offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Purdy. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Here's Purdy. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
To return is Williams. And some good running on that return as he takes it up close to midfield. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense, over 300 yards passing in the game, and has been sharp right from the start.
Here we go.
They go play action for Burrow. This one deep downfield for Chase.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, Not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them. It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets.
And he will score! T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
McPherson, good on the extra point. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to take over once again. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Ready, break. Let's go. Set up.
Purdy on 1st down. Now he'll run. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
A run here with McCaffrey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
On the counter, it's McCaffrey. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Purdy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
The 49ers out for the punt as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, Great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's get set.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Open man, downfield. Chase has it. And he will dive into the end zone. 80 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will... After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Short kick taken at the 17. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Niners offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They run once more with McCaffrey. And he'll get close to the marker. A nice run, probably a yard short of that 1st down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And he'll convert, picking up the 1st down at the 46-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given. But it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And now it's 4th down. Moody's kick is good. And the Niners cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they'll try to keep it going.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Burrow here on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead.
And he will go all the way. Andre Yosibov. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. A return coming from the 14. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To throw, Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down, a pickup of 8. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. from the shotgun. It's Purdy. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. Throwing on second down is Purdy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Purdy. And the defense unrelenting, a 3rd consecutive sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
This brought him out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is...
Gun.
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. Lots of space past the 45. And they are finally going to get him down at the Bengals' 38-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
On one, ready?
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Here we go.
Gesicki, the man in motion. A first down throw for Burrow. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And he's into the end zone. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. On is McPherson for the extra point. The kick is good. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. A gain there of 11. First down, 49ers. Throwing again is Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll throw again with Purdy. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds and just beyond the line of scrimmage. That's all they needed to pick up the first down. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Got his man at the 6. And he's going to take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's going to hold up.
That penalty is declined.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers will get just a bit closer. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's going to give himself up, dives to the turf. Bit of a strange return there. We're going to start with very poor field position.
Let's get set.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow now to throw on first down. There's that man again. Another catch. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their 2nd.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
Man. Second down and 8.
Here we go.
Gesicki, the man in motion.
Here we go. Time.
Second down, Burrow. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
Here we go.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. That is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 71 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So that will tie the NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. First done by Sid Luckman with the Bears in 1943. And then Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 1954. We've waited a long time. Now they have company. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. 49ers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
That is hauled in at the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And he will score again. Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Cincinnati. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bengals tack on. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. It's Purdy. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Second down and 3.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Turner. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Oh, busted coverage, and Chase is wide open. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, it's Brown. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
and 1. Ready?
Gesicki, the man in motion. Now a second down throw for Burrow. To the middle of the field. That's taken in by Chase. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. So yet another touchdown pass, and that one's going to be the record breaker. Most touchdown passes in a single game. So that's the big one in this offensive onslaught. A little bit of history. 8 passing touchdowns in one game. That's an all-time NFL record for a quarterback. On is McPherson for the extra point. And he missed it. It's no good. One of the few things that's gone wrong so far. So they're unable to add one more point onto this big lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Samuel going to see what he can do. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out first down and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
I think the defense came in confident that they'd be able to get after the quarterback, right, Mike? When we met with them this week, they felt like they had a really good plan, some exotic looks, some different pressure packages, and it's worked to perfection. I'm not sure they thought they'd be 1 sack away from breaking the NFL record for the most sacks in a single game, but here we are.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Here's Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen. So it's a win here in the jungle for the Bengals. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.